Maybe you saw my review on this knife. It's one of my favorite rescue cutters. This is a Malice Rescue Heat. I love it. I think it's just a very nice rescue cutter. It deploys quickly. I did a review on it. You can look it up. Has a glass breaker on the other side. Not a huge fan of the heat models, but this Rescue Heat, I am a fan. But this video is not about the Rescue Heat. It's about a cutting tool that just might supplant it or replace rescue cutting knives. And that is the Rescue 5 by Benchmade. Comes in different models, but this is the Rescue 5, and it is a purpose-built rope and or fabric cutter. Actually, anything cutter. If you can fit it in that dimension, it'll probably cut it. Let's go to the Benchmade website real quick, and we're going to look at this knife and others. So bear with me as I swing it on over, and no, I'm not going to be wasting ink to print this stuff out. So here's the Rescue 5 right here. That's this model that I'm reviewing. It's the smallest one. You can see the specs there. They have a discontinued model there, the Model 6. And then the other one, which would vie for your money, would be the Rescue 7. I like that one too. That's a little bit heavier, I think, and it's a little bit more capable in that it'll have a bigger handle that'll be more comfortable to use. So, and then there's a Rescue 8 that's bigger still. There's the Rescue 7. I like that. It's got the plastic coated handle on it. Very nice. Also made out of 440 steel at 58 to 61 Rockwell, they're saying. They're saying about 1.6 ounces for the blade itself. That's pretty darn lightweight. There's a lot to like about these. Back to the tripod. Sorry again for swinging you around like that. One thing I like about the Rescue series, and this is judging from the videos that I probably like you have seen, and thank you to the reviewer who showed me this. I forgot who it was, but you rock. He's the one that turned me on to these. I didn't even know about it. But the Rescue cutters just seem outstanding. What are the advantages over, let's say, a rescue knife like the Rescue Heat? Well, one would be weight. It's very lightweight. If we take the scale out here, let's measure how light or heavy that is. So let's put the sheath and the blade on there. 2.2 ounces. Unbelievable. And then let's put the Rescue Heat on there. That's not very heavy, around 4 ounces, I think. Yep, 4 ounces. So it's about half the weight. So there's a big advantage that rescue cutter is going to have over a traditional rescue knife like the Rescue Heat. It's lighter weight. It's also a lot thinner and tinier. It's something you can carry probably where this might be a little bit bulkier. Now, I'm not going to show you any cutting performance between these two. I have cut with the Rescue Heat, and I've been very pleased with it. It goes through just like a laser pretty much. But you can find there's a video that Benchmade's made on the rescue cutter. You might be able to find that online. Look at that. It's amazing as they show it cut through combat boots, heavy leather, BDUs, all kinds of things. They basically just totally demanufacture things using only a rescue hook. I think the model they're using is a Rescue 7, but this has the same cutting performance as Rescue 5, and it just freaking rocks. I've tested it on rope, just my own informal testing, and sure enough, it cuts. Now, like I've said in the past, for this notch style design of cutter to work, it has to be razor sharp. There's several on knives I've seen over the years that are not razor sharp and they will not function. How durable will a rescue cutter be over time as you use it over and over again for heavy material? Will you indeed have to maintain the edge and sharpen it? Yeah, probably. But overall, I think it'll be a very good knife. I'm sorry, a tool is better said. Also, let's look at the actual design of the blade. This is, of course, where our finger would go. Notice it's enlarged so you can put a gloved hand in there. It's not just size for bare skin. They actually made it enlarged so you can put a finger in there. I didn't show you on the website. It does come in some different variations, like different indentations. I think they have an oxygen wrench version as well in the Rescue 5. Maybe the Rescue 7, I don't know. But then you have jimping up here, and it's very sharp and purposeful. You can really lock into it nicely. One thing I did notice about the Rescue as it came to Nutnfancy is that edge right here, and I'm going to point with a Cadet Swiss Army knife, that that was really sharp. This is a very unradiused edge, and so I took my Dremel tool and I chamfered it. I just went inside there with my Dremel tool with a head and just ground it down. I don't really care how this looks. This is a tool, so I don't care if it's exposed, you know, that I ruined the black finish on it. This is a functional, life-saving tool, so no big deal with that. And now that I've done that, and then I took a dowel wrapped very tightly in 400 grit sandpaper, then I just sanded that even more, and it got rid of that edge. It just kind of melted that edge, so it's a lot more comfortable against your bare skin. But amazing, it really is amazing how lightweight it is and what a capable cutter it is. And yes, it just might replace a rescue knife because it'll cut through jeans if you're an EMT or a paramedic or a medic in the field, or just a soldier who has to get rid of rope, maybe tactical vests, and you just have to get them off like dinky dowel, like now, zip. This will go through it. Another thing I love about it is the black finish, very nice, and they give you different colorations of sheath. That's also cool. I dig that. Love that coyote brown. This is how the sheath works. It's just very high quality made, tactical style nylon sheath, and you just slip your rescue cutter in there and bam, it's ready to rock and roll. By the way, there's different varying grades of nylon. This is the highest grade. I only know that because I've worked with them so long as a field tester, but that's a very high grade of nylon. A very low grade of nylon, and I don't mean to bust on this knife because I love the knife. This just happened to be handy. This is a K-bar utility knife. But see this nylon right here, how open weave it is compared to the Rescue 5, how close weaved it is. This will not fray or catch or like fur up like this one will. This is a lower quality nylon. You're going to have to take your lighter to it over the years and keep the fray down because it will pick and fray, and you'll see little strings coming out of it just because it's not a really super tight weave like this holster is. Just a little aside, of course, a little philosophy from Nutnfancy. Hey, this also comes with a Malice Clip. I don't know if they all do. This is your typical way to attach something to the tactical vest, and that's why I have this in the background. By the way, that's my new tag there. How you doing? But let me show you how to do that so we can go ahead and weave this in. Let's say we wanted to put it on the side. Actually, I'll put it in the center just because it's centered that way. But we just go down through a loop, like so, and then we'll bend it up. Sorry, let me get this in frame here. I have to angle this down just a little bit. Sorry about that. Clip, and it's clipped on. And there we see yet another advantage of the Rescue 5. See how short that is and how portable that is? It can go onto your web gear, onto your belt, onto your boot for that matter, and you'll forget about it. At 2 ounces, pretty much, it's a forgettable load out item. And yet when you need it, rock and roll, I have a rescue cutter ready to go to zip off tactical gear from a wounded troop, boots, if you have to get to an injury fast or if someone's tangled up. I just can't imagine a better cutter than a Rescue 5 or the Rescue 7. I might get a Rescue 7 down the road and I'll review that then, but I'm kind of leaning towards the Rescue 5 now just because it's so lightweight and so portable. By the way, bought that from, how you doing, yourcornerstore.com for like an amazing $14. So buy them before they sell out. Nice sheath colors too. Rescue cutter, it just might replace traditional rescue knives. Time will tell. Thanks a lot for tuning in, Nutnfancy. Oh!